Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Marco the Mechanic. Thanks for the suggestion, Marco. You asked, what's the real difference between gasoline and diesel fuel? If you've ever stood at a gas station staring at those two pump options, wondering why there's even a choice, or what would actually happen if you picked the wrong one, you're not alone. Today, we're breaking down what makes these two fuels so different, from how they burn, to how they smell, to why one can power a sports car and the other can pull an 18-wheeler. So, if you've ever been curious about what really separates gasoline from diesel, stick around, because we're about to fuel up on some answers, right here on Explaining Everything. Let's start at the beginning. Both gasoline and diesel come from crude oil, that thick, prehistoric soup of decomposed plants, animals, and dinosaurs who didn't make it to Jurassic Park. But here's where things split. When crude oil is refined, it's heated up and separated into different layers based on boiling points. Gasoline is the light, more volatile fraction that evaporates easily. It's the party animal of fuels. Diesel, on the other hand, is heavier, oilier, and takes more heat to ignite. It's like the older, grumpier brother who doesn't start running until he's good and ready. So, while both come from the same ancient goo, they behave very differently once you try to light them up. Gasoline's like, boom, I'm ready. And diesel's like, hold on, let me think about it. Now, let's talk about how these fuels actually burn inside an engine. And no, this isn't a which one explodes better competition. Gasoline engines use spark ignition. That means air and gasoline are mixed together, compressed a little, and then ignited by a spark plug. Think of it as lighting a birthday candle. Quick, bright, and fun. Diesel engines, however, don't need spark plugs at all. They use compression ignition. The air inside the cylinder is squeezed so tightly that it gets super hot. We're talking over 500 degrees Celsius. And when diesel fuel is injected, it spontaneously ignites. No spark needed, just pure, angry physics. That's why diesel engines sound different. That clattering or knocking noise, it's the sound of fuel igniting from sheer pressure. Gasoline engines hum, diesel engines growl. Here's something most people don't realize. Diesel actually contains more energy per liter than gasoline. It's denser, so there's more chemical energy packed into each drop. That's why diesel engines tend to be more fuel efficient. They squeeze out every bit of energy from their fuel like a stingy grandpa stretching his last dollar. This is why trucks, buses, and heavy machinery all run on diesel. More torque, better mileage, and they don't care if it smells weird. Gasoline engines, on the other hand, are designed for speed and smoothness. They rev higher, accelerate faster, and sound way cooler when you hit the gas. Diesel engines? They're more like, I'll get there eventually, while towing your house. If you've ever stood behind a diesel truck, you already know diesel fumes smell unique, like burnt metal mixed with regret. That's because diesel burns less cleanly and produces more soot and nitrogen oxides. Gasoline burns cleaner in terms of visible smoke, but it's not innocent either. It emits more carbon monoxide and unburned hydrocarbons. In short, gasoline pollutes faster. Diesel pollutes dirtier. It's like choosing between a loud sneeze and a slow cough. Modern diesel engines, though, have gotten a lot better. With things like diesel particulate filters, DPF, and AdBlue systems, they're much cleaner than they used to be. Still, if you ever spill diesel on your hands, good luck getting that smell out before next Tuesday. So, which one's better? Well, that depends on what you want to do. If you're driving a sports car, gasoline is your best friend. Fast explosions, lighter engines, and smoother acceleration. That's why you don't see diesel Ferraris, and if you did, it would probably sound like a tractor having an existential crisis. But if you're hauling tons of cargo, climbing mountains, or powering a ship, diesel is the boss. Diesel engines are tougher, last longer, and can handle long hours of work without complaining. Gasoline engines might win the race, but diesel engines win the marathon. Now, about price. Depending on where you live, diesel can be cheaper or more expensive than gasoline. It used to be the budget option, but taxes and environmental rules have shifted things around. However, since diesel engines use less fuel to go the same distance, they often make up the difference in efficiency. It's like paying a little more upfront for something that lasts way longer, like buying a quality pair of shoes instead of those cheap ones that fall apart after a week. So, to sum it all up, both gasoline and diesel come from the same source, crude oil, but they couldn't be more different in personality. Diesel is heavier, denser, and packed with more energy, while gasoline is lighter, quicker, and burns with a spark. Diesel gives you power and efficiency. Gasoline gives you speed and smoothness. It's not really about which one's better. They're just built for different jobs. One sprints, the other hauls. Both get the job done, unless you mix them up at the pump, in which case, congratulations. You've just invented an expensive mistake. If you learned something new today, or if you've ever accidentally grabbed the wrong fuel pump, give this video a like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.